Now you know how it is with real jobs feel. Yeah, it's funny you say that because I used to have a real job and I was infinitely more social because this is the one area where I absolutely will disagree with you on. Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do physical labor. It would not bother me.
Okay, so that was kind of the clip that went viral from Hassan's Twitch stream a couple days ago that I really want to talk about, just because I feel like it is an interesting topic, and that's what I like to do on this channel. If you guys don't know, if you're new to my channel, I just like to talk about stuff that happens on the internet, or just give my opinion on shit. And this is one that I feel like really suits with me because I am not a big channel. And the thing is, I always feel like people who are famous or popular, have a lot of money, I feel like they're super out of touch when it comes to just regular day-to-day people, average Joes and all that stuff. So in the video, I do want to get this straight. Like, I'm not trying to use this as a way to bash on people. I'm not trying to use this to start an argument. I'm just want to give my opinion on it. That's the whole point. That's what I think it's fun. Just give my opinion and see what other people think, right? Hassan, I don't really know anything too much about him. All I know is that he's like a political streamer or something like that. Leftist, I don't care. Whatever. Neo-Nazi, some shit like that, whatever. So, I was kidding. But, so in this clip, obviously I know a lot of people are kind of taking out of proportion what they hear. In this clip, I hear it as just him saying he feels drained after 9 hours of streaming, right? And it doesn't mean that he's saying that streaming is harder per se than a job. I think he just means that he feels drained. He feels more, his social battery, what I hate using that shit, whatever. His social battery is more depleted than having an actual job, right? That's what he says. And I could not disagree more with this because I am someone who has a job. You know, right? I have a job and I am a waiter. So the entire time, my entire job is to people please, talk to people, give them good service, quote unquote, whatever, even though I sometimes be coming in their food. It's kidding. But I'm supposed to people please, and I'm on my feet all day, right? I'm doing exactly what Hassan is doing, and I'm doing more. And what I mean by that is that he sits in a chair, and he goes on Reddit, some shit like that. He goes on Reddit or just responds to people on his Twitch chat, while I am doing the same thing. I'm getting constantly new tables of people, gotta talk to them, and I'm always talking to people nonstop. That is my entire job. That is my money. You know, I rely on their tips to give me a good income. So I feel like it's kind of not the same thing, but you get what I'm saying, right? There's correlations to this. And that take about him saying, oh, 9 hours, 9.5 hours of him doing that is draining on his social battery, where he doesn't want to, I guess, go out or talk to people, or just wants to chill by himself, right? I get that. You know, you could totally be like that. Although we do the same thing over here, and I could tell you countless times where some waiters have double shifts, right? Where they work from 10 a.m. when we open to 10 p.m. when we close, right? 12 hours. They're on their feet all day. We get no breaks. We're standing the entire time. And I could tell you right now, those motherfuckers will be down to go drink right afterward. If it's a Friday, if it's a Saturday, Sunday night, I don't care. They're down to drink afterwards. And there's so many times where they come in absolutely hammered from last night. They come into work the next morning, sober as fuck, barely can't even stand, but they get their shit done. Another thing I'd like to mention about that point is that I just feel like that's such a ridiculous thing to say, because he says that he's talking all day, he feels drained, his social battery or whatever. I just feel like that could be said for any other job as well. So let's say you're a chef, you know, you go out, you're working your job, cooking for like 10 hours, 8 hours, and then you come back home, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta cook again, oh my god, you know. Or let's say you're a truck driver, you know, you just finished doing all your daily deliveries, and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta drive home, oh my fucking god. Or maybe you're a teacher, right? Maybe you're a teacher that teaches like kindergarteners. You just got done teaching a bunch of kids, whatever, rambling around, you know, them eating crayons, throwing shit in their face, whatever. You come home and you're like, oh great, now I gotta take care of my fucking kid. Oh my god, like, I don't know. To me, it just seems like, Hassan, there's people have it way worse than you, and you're a streamer, dude. Don't take it for granted. Don't compare being a streamer to a regular job. I just feel like it's such a dumb take. I really do. Another thing is, there's a couple clips from Moist Critical that he uploaded on his channel that I do want to talk about as well, because I feel like it wasn't a good take. I don't. When it comes to most, I'm not trying to bash him most critical either. I love the guy. Like, I feel like me and him are on the same wavelength when it comes to giving our opinion. I feel like me and him think the same. But I guess with this time, it didn't seem like that. So I'm gonna put it right here.
And I think that's a fine take to have. I mean, it's a long time to sit just talking at people, so I can get being exhausted by the end of it. I think that the conversation got lost somewhere along the way, because I get that. You're talking all day at people, probably just want to call it a night. Like, that makes sense. No different than working a normal job where you have to interact with like fucking customers or something all day, which is significantly more miserable. In a stream, you can ignore assholes. Because it seemed more about like, I stream this long, I'm not feeling like socializing anymore, and it's making me a little miserable. Because I get that. Same as working a real job. You fucking interact with assholes all day or whatever. It's a long day at work. You probably don't want to socialize. You might want to just kick back and go to bed. I think that's fair. That's fine.
After hearing that clip, I would agree with them that some people, you know, you may be talking all day and you know, you feel tired, so you don't want to interact with anyone. That's fine. I totally get that. But the thing is, though, well, I guess my problem with it is that he said no different from working a regular job, which I think is not true, because Hassan, his quote-unquote job, whatever, he just sits down, and he even says it in the clip too, like he says he's sitting down, right? He just sits down all day and he just talks to chat or goes on Twitter or Reddit, whatever, for 9.5 hours, which is a lot, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a lot, but that's all he does. That's all he does. He just sits down and talk, right? I feel like they forget there's more to a job than just doing that. The first thing you have to do is you have to get there. You have to do a commute to work, whether that's an hour, whether it's a 20-minute drive, maybe you're walking, maybe you're biking, maybe you're driving. Like, the first thing is you have to get there. Streamers, you just wake up, walk 10 feet into your other room, and boom, there you go, you're there. Second is schedule. You have to do a schedule with your boss, your employer, on what times you can work, what days you can work, what days you can't, vacation time off, what time you can open, what time you can close, all that jazz. Second is having a boss. Streamers, you are your own boss. While if you work, you have a boss, someone ahead of you, and he's just watching everything you do, making sure you do everything right. You know, you can get write-ups, you can fuck up, you can do something dumb, you can get fired, all that stuff. And lastly is set schedule. You have to ask for time off, and sometimes they don't even give you the time off, bruh. When you're a streamer, all you do is you're like, all right, guys, you just post on Twitter or like your Instagram, like, hey, listen, I'm gonna take a break. You know, it's been super exhausting trying to pump out this content for you and all that stuff, so I'm gonna just take it easy. It's like, bruh, come on, man. Like, I don't know. They like streamers just get off. That's it. And you come back whenever you feel like it. So, okay, not trying to diss them, but like, I don't know. There's just so many different. You just really can't compare streaming to having a regular job. It's completely different. What I'm really trying to say is that he thinks interacting with chat is the same as interacting with people in a real job, and it's not the same. It's really not. You have people just typing on a keyboard interacting with you, and they're your fans too. Most of the time, they are your fans, like Hassan. They're probably people that like him and they look up to him, all that stuff. And if you're at a retail, or if you're a cashier, or if you're a office worker, it doesn't matter. Like, you're interacting with people physically and in person. You have to put on a fake smile, all that stuff. Like, it's just, I don't think so. I really don't think it's the same. Charlie does mention that streaming is way easier than any other job for sure. Like, he knows that, and he doesn't take that for granted as well. That's what I love about the guy. That's really it. That's all I want to give my opinion on. Let me guys know what you think, and after that, see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.